All right, so today I'm going to be talking about being a business owner versus being a content creator. And this is like a topic that I'm very passionate about because people always ask me, they're like, okay, how were you able to sort of make a full time income out of being a creator? And I always attribute this to mindset, basically because I was told when I first started, I was told they were like, you have to do things for free first, and you have to do like sort of like trials. That is the advice that like they give a lot of creatives. That is the advice they gave a lot of creators, but that never really sat right with me. And it was because I've always had sort of like business mentors, and they were telling me, they were like, okay, you have to charge this, and you actually do have to charge because if you're going to want to make a full-time income out of what you do, then you can't be doing stuff for free. Yes, Edit My Podcast Agency says mindset is everything. So yes, that's what I did. I basically had a business mindset. So, what is the difference between a content creator and a business owner? So, content creators, by definition, are there people who produce and share content to engage an audience. So, they are mainly, my cat is outside my door. They are mainly looking to get likes. They are mainly looking to get followers, and their primary focus is to just build a follower base and to kind of like build a personal brand and sometimes get brand deals. Business owners, they establish and manage businesses, and their primary focus is to generate revenue or create profit. And I think that if you sort of like do both, and if you combine the two, I think that is sort of like it's a really sort of like good mixture to have, because with content creators or influencers or whatever you want to call them, their main problem is usually sustaining an income or figuring out how to sell things. Like I remember it was like a few years ago, and there was an influencer or a YouTuber. Or maybe it was an Instagrammer, but she had like 1 million followers, and she dropped sort of like a merch line of t-shirts, but nothing sold. So that's sort of like a great example of that. And then a lot of problems with business owners is they don't really know a lot about marketing. They don't know a lot about storytelling. They don't know how to put it together. And honestly, a lot of them, they don't want to deal with it. So that's why I'm saying like the mixture of the two is like a really sort of like dangerous combo that I think works really well. And usually when you put the two together, that's usually what people start calling like a personal brand. So personal branding is when someone owns a business, and they're usually like they're a business owner, but they are themselves showing up on camera. They're the one that's there, and they're known as the person behind the personal brand. So, yeah, I have a notes. So, yeah, I hear a lot of content creators because, I talk to them all the time. I have a membership, and they're always saying, that they want to be full time or they want to be monetized. And they usually say it in the sense of like, they're wanting to wait until YouTube does it. But, I always like to remind them that they can do it well before YouTube actually does it. And they can do it probably fairly well as well. Like they already know how to market, they already know the storytelling aspect. So it could be sometimes as easy as saying like, here's a link in the comments. Go check out my products or something like that. Another great example of this is my little cousin. So my little cousin, she makes like all these fan edits on Instagram. She's a really good editor. And honestly, I completely forgot that she did it. And then she was showing me the other day because she watches me. She watches me edit videos and she watches me go on shoots. She even sometimes comes on shoots with me. It's honestly, it's the funnest time. So I told her, I was like, over the summer, I can possibly give you some work to edit. So I think that's a really good example because it's like the barrier to entry to like actually creating like a business, especially like a service-based business, is really easy. Because my cousin, she's 16 years old. And she was trying to look for a job over the summer. And I was like, okay, I know you can do this skill. So, I'll just hand you over some of my videos. Now, will she be getting client work? Probably not. But she can practice on my videos and she'll get paid. And now she's going to have a skill that she'll be able to use now. She'll be able to use it in college and she'll be able to do whatever she wants with the skill. So, yeah. Now, I'm mainly talking to the content creators who are trying to get monetized or, want another stream of income or like, say they want to start a business someday in the future or something like that. Now, if you just want to do it for fun, by all means, have at it. I'm trying to convince anybody to start a business if you don't want to. But if you're trying to get monetized or like have additional streams of income or something like that, that kind of sort of falls under the business category, just a little bit. So a mindset shift could, really help that out. So yeah, this was very short, but I wanted to like sort of like do a live sort of like on the difference between the two. I definitely want to talk about that more. I just kind of literally have to figure out how to do it. But yeah, do you guys have any questions? Somebody said truth. Yeah. It's like a very interesting distinction between the two. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and I'll see you tomorrow.